Hey folks, good afternoon. If you are tuning into this about the time that I recorded it, which if this were live that will be the case, but you've made it to the May edition of the Mobile Ministry Magazine Videocast. Every month we try to look at different topics concerning mobile ministry or mob men and kind of bring a little bit of insight for a few minutes to the topic in the area. So as you can probably tell, from the clothes strewn around behind me, that I am doing a little bit of laundry right now because I'm at a spot where I usually get a lot of really decent thoughts about mobile, and it's right now it's applicable applications, not simply in just having an app, but being a service that really helps. And those thoughts tend to come because most of what we look at when we hear about mobile has to do with reach and penetration and marketing. Really is another form of broadcasting, but I'd really like to stretch out into another area there. And the question that I received that kind of hinges on this episode is really the question of what has ministries learned when it comes to mobile. I've been at this since October 2004, and while you can answer the question of what has ministries done, what has the faith community done, what does the faith community understand about mobile, but the better question is really what have they learned, and have those lessons really translated into something worth utilizing, into something worth holding, or even to something of value for the mobile community, the technology community, and the faith community. So real quick, some things that have been learned by ministries. Number one, mobile is not internet. Mobile is not TV. Mobile is not radio. So the first thing that ministries have learned is that mobile is not the media that they are used to, and that if you're going to make advances using mobile in ministry, that you have to approach it partly the way you did other media, but then you have to think about it not just as media, but as presence. So for ministries, mobile means media, but it also means presence as in right here, right now. The second thing that ministries have learned when it comes to mobile is that really this is not something that anybody can do. You really can't just say, oh, I got that mobile app wizard. Yes, there are really good solutions out there. Guys like Conduit Mobile who have been in this space for some time, and there's a whole slew of, I can build an app anywhere, or I can build a mobile website, or I can just throw something up on WordPress and then boom, it's responsive. But to get mobile means you actually have to get the people that are using it. And so just like I talked about in the beginning, coming to the laundromat, putting coins into a coin receptacle, listening to people speak both English and Spanish at the same time, and really getting a feel not just for how they use their devices, but how technology fits. Well, that's how you get mobile. You have to see how the technology, how the media, and then how does the presence of all of those things fit in their day-to-day lives. None of the persons that were here at the laundromat could be seen to be reading anything from their mobiles. There were kids playing games, but nobody had a reading app on their Bible, on their mobile. So think about things like that when it also comes to things that ministries are learning. Okay, so number one, mobile is not what you're used to. Number two, mobile requires a little bit different perspective. And then the last thing is that ministries have learned that mobile, while being an opportunity, is also a weight. It's an anchor. If you get stuck on the idea of just doing mobile or just focusing on mobile, then you miss the greater story, that is what is happening within the faith community globally. So we can talk about, till Jesus comes back, that there's a need for mobile, and people want hearts for mobile, and we want to use that as an avenue for getting them gospel, getting them avenues within the gospel. But if we don't understand that, there are aspects of the church, that of the presence of the church and the church's life, that are moving south, that are moving east, that are moving urban, that are moving in other respects rural, that are having challenges with social issues in developed nations, that are having just challenges in just living in nations where Christianity has existed for a long time, maybe not the preferred way. So I really want to emphasize mobile, while being present, is not really mobile as the way it should be all the time. You too. And so the really, yeah, I know, right? The really important thing to consider about mobile is that mobile is going to help you understand that there are local, there are global, and regional characteristics to how we live out this faith, and you have to respect, honor, and almost in a sense work within all of them. Know the faith movements of God, know what the time of God is, know where the Spirit of God is, and then how you're supposed to respond. Know what God is doing, not just do what you think God wants you to do, but know what He's doing and walk within it. So what have ministries learned? One, mobile is not, mobile's not what you're used to. Two, mobile's a little bit more present than you thought it was. And lastly, again, mobile means having a perspective that goes a lot longer, a lot wider than what you're used to. Thanks for tuning in to today's or this month's Mobile Ministry Videocast by Mobile Ministry Magazine. Check us out at mobileministrymagazine.com or on Twitter, Mobile Men Mag. You can also check us out again on this YouTube channel right here. Definitely subscribe. Check out the past videos. There's going to be future videos as long as God allows me to do this kind of idea. If you're looking at supporting Mobile Ministry Magazine, this is a ministry. Well, it's not really a ministry. This is what I do for a living, so it's a vocation in a sense. But if you're looking at supporting Mobile Ministry Magazine, I do teachings, I do trainings, and we're also able to build reports to help you figure out exactly how mobile is working for you and your faith organization. If you want to do that, get in touch with us. We'll let you know how that can work out, and we'll be really happy to partner with you and help you figure out, what mobile lessons really end up looking like for you. Thanks for your time today, and as you can hear in the background, life is going on, so I must be as well. Peace.